she's just not. Let me tell you my top 10. My top 10 LSU athletes of all time. If you don't have Joe Burrow as the best LSU athlete, now, again, based off of Shaq's metrics, the best LSU athlete of all time is number 9. Like, there's no questions about that. There's no, like, ifs, ands, or buts. Number 9 is number 1. He led the best team that LSU has ever assembled to win a national title. He slayed the giant. He took down Alabama on the road. Trump was even in the building. All that mounting to him leading LSU to a top overall win, a national championship. You know it. Number 2, the man that we're talking about in this hour, Shaquille O'Neal. Guys, Shaq is the most imposing human being that has ever walked LSU's campus. It's not remotely close. It's not remotely close. Over 7 foot, 200, and at that point, 250, 275 pounds. Shaq did what the Diesel wanted to do. Number 1 and number 2, Shaq and Burrow. And for me, outside of number 3 that I got at 3, Pete Maravich, it's a long list down after that. Like, it's those 3 dudes and then everybody else. But just to wrap up my final 10, and I'm sorry if you can't see the graphic, if you're listening to us on podcast, radio, but we do have the graphic up. But my top 3, Joe Burrow, Shaquille O'Neal, Pete Maravich, Tyrann Mathieu, Ben McDonald, Dylan Cruz, Simone Augustus, Todd Walker, Billy Cannon, Jamar Chase, and Justin Jefferson tied at number 10. Now, there are some athletes that I'm leaving out on that, right? Like, I'm leaving out Patrick Peterson. I am leaving out Angel Reese. So many great dudes. So many great dudes and women that have graced LSU without question. But to give Angel Reese the nod of the best athlete to ever walk LSU's campus instead of Joe Burrow, in my opinion, is ludicrous. Now, again, athleticism and athlete are 2 completely different things. Joe Burrow is not the best athlete to ever grace LSU's presence. But the greatest athlete ever, yeah. Like, I'm leaving off Chris Jackson. Or Abdul Rayouf. I'm leaving off Abdul Rayouf, and I don't like that. I love him. Mahmoud Abdul Rayouf. Mahmoud Abdul Rayouf. Mahmoud Abdul Rayouf. Say it 3 times fast. Beetlejuice appears. Shaq's crazy, man. And I know what Shaq's doing. He's helping building Angel Reese's brand. It's basketball. Kim Mulkey, his daughter's going there, is coming to LSU, meaning Shaq's daughter's going to play on the basketball team. Like, I get all of that, man. Number 9 is number 1. There are, like I see Brody in here ask if Paul Skeens wins a natty and the Golden Spikes, does he make it? I don't know, because he's only here for 1 year. I don't think that he can make it as the best. But I will tell you, like, again, my top list, how you can have Joe Burrow, Shaq, and Pete Maravich and almost in this exact order, I don't know what to tell you. Tyrann Mathieu was probably the best defensive player LSU football has ever seen. Ever. Guys, what he did in 2011 is uncanny. Okay? Everybody wants to talk about Patrick Peterson. Fantastic dude, athlete, GOAT. Can't deny it. Jamar Chase and Justin Jefferson combined in 2019 for 39 touchdown catches. 39. Look what they're doing now in the NFL. Now, I know that it's not when they were at LSU. I'm just saying that's the magnitude of how good they were. Only reason I put Billy Cannon on here, quite honestly, is because he won a Heisman. Billy Cannon is not a better athlete than more than half of these dudes. Ben McDonald was the number 1 overall pick. Dylan Cruz is hitting 500 in the SEC right now. And as a hitter, Mike Dillon is the best LSU hitter of all time. Alex Bregman has no business being on this list, even though I think Alex Bregman is one of, if not my favorite baseball players in existence. Simone Augustus, the Final Fours, the scoring titles, all of it. Todd Walker, career batting average over 400. I mean, what are we talking about here? Come on, man. Don't be capping. I see people in the chat ripping me alive. Lolo Jones is definitely top 10. Travi, I don't disagree with you, man. Xavier Carter's on that list. Mondo Duplantis is on that list, even though Mondo was only 1 year. But, like, I get what you're saying. But we're talking about athletes, not who's the most athletic.